Hi, my name is Laurence O'Brien. You're very welcome to this session on collaborative digital marketing. If you have been watching how things are changing in the marketing world for authors, you'll have seen a lot of this collaborative digital marketing taking place. This session pulls those together and hopefully gives you some tools, gives you some new ideas on how to do this even better. For me, it's about selling books, but not selling our souls. I'm also the founder of booksgosocial.com. I'm an author with 3 books published by HarperCollins around the world, 3 books self-published, including a guide to social media. Social media is dynamite. I'm also the founder of the Dublin Writers' Conference. This is not Dublin in this picture, as you can see, but this is a future city. This is a city that Dublin might become. And the point of this picture for me was that Dublin is changing and our world is changing. We're living in an era of immense technological change, probably the fastest period of technological change ever to face humans. So authors have been impacted by this already, and I believe that collaborative digital marketing is the way forward and will become the dominant way for authors to market themselves. Collaboration is part of the disruption, the wave of disruption that is moving through the publishing industry. But where did it all come from, this whole idea of collaboration? And as I see it, collaboration is one of the oldest marketing techniques in the business, in any business. It's where bazaars and souks and markets put streets of a particular vendor. If you were selling books or selling gold jewelry or selling vegetables or selling fruit, you would be on a particular street or part of the marketplace or bazaar. And people in those bazaars and marketplaces, they came together to pay for awnings or to pay for a roof or to pave the area and to have various initiatives take place at festivities and things, so that people would come and look for all of the things that they need of that type in that area. So the same thing is happening online now. We have trade shows and marketplaces online, but we also have authors collaborating individually with each other and creating marketplaces. By doing that, creating marketplaces. Books Go Social started as a collaboration initiative done free of charge back in 2013, and we posted, for over a year, we posted blog posts from other authors to help other authors. So that's where Books Go Social started, and it's what I see as the future of marketing for authors, because it provides something, a way to market that we can feel proud of, that we can feel good about. So I look forward to seeing you inside the rest of the presentation, and I hope you enjoy it. So the first thing I'd like to do as part of this presentation is ask you, do you collaborate? Now, do you collaborate and help other authors at all? Do you do it daily? Do you do it weekly? Do you do it monthly? This is all about helping each other. How do you feel about collaboration, and do you do it? We're going to be asking this question again at the end, so hopefully you'll remember your answer and you'll consider it again at the end of this presentation. Hi, I've moved up here. Now, we've seen a lot of change, a lot of technological change, and a lot of these have presented tools for authors to use, and they've been using them in a collaborative way. So here are the 4 key areas of collaboration that have been happening so far. First of all, we have collaborative production. One of the best cover designers that I know is an author. We also have collaborative editing. One of the best editors that I know is an author. And authors are collaborating in a variety of ways to produce good books for each other. The second way authors are currently collaborating is in support. There's a lot of Facebook groups, including the Ali Facebook group and other Facebook groups which are providing good levels of support to authors, to indie authors and to other authors as well. There's a lot of collaborative promotion going on. Sites like InstaFreebie, where you can put your book up and get email addresses when you give it away for free, or Books Go Social, where there are similar services giving away books for free. Those are collaborative promotion opportunities. And there's also collaborative services. Kickstarter is an example of a collaborative service that works with readers. So in that case, you have authors and readers collaborating to produce a book. So there's a lot of collaboration already taking place. Hi, I'm down here. Okay, so how's all this come about? How have we gone from consumers to creators to collaborators? Up to the year 2000, that's 99.99% of human existence, there has been no reading and writing. By the year 2000, in advanced economies, 90% had good reading and writing skills. By the year 2010, authorship is booming, with Amazon, social media and blogs all contributing to that. By 2015, authorship is getting professional. People are improving the quality of their editing, their covers, their descriptions, all of those areas. Collaboration services also beginning as well. And the prediction is that by 2020, collaboration and indies will reinvigorate the publishing industry. I know that's hard if you're in the traditional publishing industry to think of this mass of authors coming in and reinvigorating the publishing industry, but it's true. The energy and the money that's been generated and the ideas and the new stories will reinvigorate the publishing industry. That's my prediction anyway. So what's driving all this growth? What's driving all this change? And money is one of the key drivers. The expanding market for ebooks. This is a chart from Statista.com, the respected statistical analysis and prediction firm from the US, and they suggest and they are predicting that ebook sales are going to grow from probably about 18 billion now up to about 29 billion by 2020. That's a huge growth, and that provides a real opportunity for indie authors, for traditionally published authors, to make real money and to support themselves as authors. So the opportunity ahead is what is driving this growth. And this is something that even Brexit isn't going to stop. The publishing industry in the UK, in Ireland, in all the English-speaking countries is changing because of the growth of ebooks. And Brexit is not going to stop it. Hi, down here. We all know that the traditional publishing industry model is flawed. We've known that for a long time. The bookseller reported that in the UK in 2016, only 100 of the many thousands of books published were by non-white authors, and that of the poets and novelists included in Who's Who, 44% went to Oxbridge. That's the elite universities. Now, I'm sure that that situation is somewhat similar in the United States and Australia and Canada and other English-speaking countries. There's not a lot of diversity. So one of the things that self-publishing and indies are bringing to the table is much more diversity. Self-reinforcing exclusions also apply to many writers who don't have standard cookie-cutter type books. So if your novel isn't about a detective story or mystery with a flawed detective, and if it isn't a romance with a flawed heroine, if it isn't a book about a celebrity, then your chance of getting published in the traditional world are much lower. Now, I know some traditional publishers do publish all types of stories, but they are often the exception. What they're looking for in the main are books that follow this cookie-cutter model. And I can understand that because people working in the industry want to replicate previous successes. They know this type of book will work and they want to replicate that. But the problem with that is that it reinforces this cookie-cutter model, and we all end up reading or being presented in our bookstores with the same books every year. So the indie model and the model of collaboration is going to change that. It's going to bring in lots of new stories and lots of new voices. And that's where our collaboration is going to support this new model of bringing in new voices and letting those new voices and new stories be heard. With self-publishing and Amazon, Pandora's box of ebooks has definitely been opened. There was one ebook put up every 5 minutes according to TechCrunch, and according to Wikipedia there were 6.7 million titles on Amazon, ebook titles on Amazon in April 2017. So it's a huge outpouring of creativity that has gone on in the last decade or a little bit more. But after Pandora's box was opened, the one thing that remained was hope, and hope remains still. The hope that all of those millions of authors, or at least a percentage of them, will collaborate with each other so that the strength in numbers will give these diverse stories a chance to be heard. As artificial intelligence sucks up a lot of jobs, and we know this is going to happen, creativity will become the prized human asset in the 21st century. According to Cognizant, a consultant in this area, the foundations to a long-lasting creative career are social intelligence, imagination, and mastering unpredictability. Collaboration supports these skills. Collaboration also acts against isolation, however it's imposed by our culture. So collaboration will be a good skill to have if you want to support creativity in the economy, support creativity for yourself, and come together and feel good about how you're promoting books. There are challenges, however, and the key challenges when we collaborate are the same challenges that authors face in all aspects of what they do, whether they're self-published or traditionally published. First of all, it's the quality of the work. Has your work been edited? Has it not only been structurally edited, but also proofread? Has it been edited, and have you considered, is it appropriate for the marketplace? Quality of the presentation. How is it presented on Amazon? Do you have a good cover? Do you have a good description? Do you have a good title? All of those issues are hugely important in securing readers. The next issue is the quality of the marketing. How is it being marketed? Have you chosen an appropriate price? Have you chosen channels that can reach a wide audience? And have you considered other supporting material and the services that can reach readers and make sure that your book is discoverable? And there's also a lot about what you bring to the table. Do you have a network of followers in some particular area that you can tap into? Do you have an organic reach of your own, either offline or online? And do you have skills that you can use as part of the process? So solutions are emerging in all of these areas, and standards are rising, and they will continue to rise over the next few years in terms of how we address each of these challenges. Examples of how we're going to address these and how collaboration is working are included on the next few slides. So, one of the key tools for collaboration online is the bogey person of the internet right now. It's Facebook. I know that there's likely to be more restrictions in terms of political use of data and things like that, but we can't escape the fact that there are billions of people and millions of authors on Facebook. So it's a key area where we can collaborate. What I'm suggesting is that we use the free tools to take back control, that we refuse to be taken for fools, and that this is a manifesto for helping others. Facebook groups, for instance, cater to tens of thousands of authors, and they're not set up for us to pay extra to reach people. So what we're doing in this area is subverting the pay-to-play model that Facebook has put in place for Facebook pages, where we have to pay for our posts to be seen by our followers. If you have your own group or you join other groups, then you don't have to pay for those posts that you put into that group to be seen. And in particular, by helping others, it's likely that those posts will go further. Facebook is also putting posts related to groups that are coming from groups higher up in the standard newsfeed. So we're going to get more of those posts in groups appearing in a standard newsfeed of the people who are members of your group, not your page. So this is subverting the pay-to-play model, and it's making sure that we're not being used or taken advantage of, that we are using these free tools to take advantage of those tools to collaborate. Some groups on Facebook provide multi-platform collaboration, that is Pinterest and Instagram and LinkedIn and all of the different platforms. Some groups focus on collaboration. The Books Go Social Author Collaboration Group focuses on different ways you can collaborate, and there are other groups that provide collaboration opportunities for helping each other on Facebook. And Ali is one of those groups where there are opportunities for you to help other authors and then be helped in return. The next area where authors can collaborate is on Twitter. And the key tools for collaboration on Twitter are Twitter lists and hashtags. These cater to tens of thousands of authors. Twitter lists allow us to put authors in our collaboration groups, authors we like, into a list and then see the tweets from those authors and retweet them, follow those people, and it gives us access to a network of Twitter users who we can support and who can support us in turn. These are free ways to support other authors. Twitter hashtags are hugely important as well, because that allows us to search for a hashtag, such as the hashtag BooksGS, which is our Books Go Social hashtag, and we can see other authors who are using the hashtag, and we can pick the authors and the tweets we want to support, we want to retweet, we want to follow, we want to put into lists. So those are the two key tools on Twitter for collaborating with other authors, and they're both great ways to find other authors, to help other authors, and to be found, for instance, if you use hashtags in your own tweets, for those tweets to be found by other authors and for them to support you. The next area where authors can collaborate is with email marketing. Now, for anyone watching this session, you can have a free $99 one-hour course on fast-track email marketing for authors. If you email admin@booksgosocial.com, you will get a coupon code and a link to get that one-hour course if you're not sure about email marketing and how to do email marketing. So authors, a lot of authors, however, are mastering email marketing and have become really good at it. We can now pool access to readers, and that doesn't mean breaking any data protection rules. It doesn't mean giving our email addresses in our list to other authors. What it means is sharing a position in your email to readers. So if you email readers once a month, your readers, occasionally you might say, yes, I'll put in another similar author in my email to readers if I think that is a good book which my readers might also be interested in. And in exchange for that, somebody will email your book to their readers or give you other rewards. And Books Go Social does that. And there are other ways to get other rewards as well. So all of this is enabled through Facebook groups and other channels, and giveaway groups to build your email list include Insta Freebie, which you probably know, which allows you to build your email list by giving away books in exchange, giving away ebooks in exchange for email addresses. And there are other services, BookFunnel and BookBoast, and Books Go Social is on all of these channels to help authors build their email lists by sharing their books. Now, it's not recommended if you only have one book to give it away for free, but it is if you have 2 or 3 or many other books, and some people have lots of books, and they use that first free book to build an email list, and then they can share in that email list, they can share positions and help other authors. So this is a great way of reaching readers. Email is the #1 book sales channel, and it's a great way to build your reader list and to collaborate and help others. If there's one thing you haven't been doing, and that's building your email list, then please start doing so now. It's not that difficult, and there's free training, as I said, if you email admin, ADMIN, @booksgosocial.com. So that's for you. If you want to do email marketing, that's a great way to collaborate. The next way to do collaboration right is with blogs. Blog tours and guest posting are the keys to this. Blogging, as you know, is a cornerstone of the internet era. There are literally hundreds of millions of blogs on every subject imaginable. And blogs are, in my view, critical to discoverability for fiction and non-fiction. Now, I know there's a view that blogs are more appropriate for non-fiction, and certainly blogs are very appropriate for non-fiction, where you can add additional material and pull people towards the subject of your book. But blogs are also appropriate to fiction. They do a couple of things. First of all, they can extend your novel. They can add pictures and maps, and they can add character background and short stories related to your novel. And they can also be about your writer's journey as well. But aside from all that, aside from the content that can be included, they also support your journey because they can link through guest blogging. And the first thing to do is to offer other authors in a similar genre an opportunity to guest post on your blog. So you give first. So that's one of the keys of collaboration, is giving first. By offering other authors an opportunity to put their blog, you do a couple of different things. First of all, you're connecting with other authors, and hopefully they will offer you an opportunity to put your post on their blog, which will expand your discoverability. You're building a connection with that author, and you're also providing content for your blog, so you don't have to write a new post every week. The next thing is you can decide who is appropriate. So it can be other major authors in your genre writing related books, or people who are not related to your genre. You can decide who to invite. Not everyone is going to want to put a post on your blog, and it may be that you find that authors who are at a similar level or a slightly higher level in terms of sales will want to participate and put a guest post on your blog. But occasionally, if your stuff is of significant interest, a major author may write or put a guest post on your blog. So start with giving. And that is one of the ways that Books Go Social got started, is using booksgosocial.com as a place for other authors to, without charge, to put their guest posts. And we did that for about a year back in 2013. So they are a collaboration opportunity for you. They provide fuel for your blogs, and they give you added reach, particularly if you can persuade the other author to tell their readers that they have a blog, hopefully a unique blog post on your blog, and they will tell other authors, whether that's through email or Facebook or Twitter, and they'll give you something that you can tweet about and post about. You have X or Y author on your blog, and here's a link to your blog. So they give you added reach by pulling people to your blog site, whether that's on WordPress.com or any other blog site connected with your own website. So they add reach, and you can also request that your blog post be put on another author's blog site. So you can ask the authors who you featured on your blog, and you can also ask others if you have written a particularly interesting blog post. And I recommend something relatively short, 300 to 500 words, usually larger font size, so it makes it easily readable. There's nothing worse than going to a blog and finding the typeface, the font size, really small and hard to read. So a white background or pale background, something easy to read, is definitely recommended. And please use pictures, at least 2 in every blog post. Can you imagine opening up a magazine and finding that there were no pictures on the pages? We are attuned to graphics and pictures, and we expect to see them to liven up the post. And please, no long paragraphs. Make your paragraphs short and sweet. There is something different about reading online to reading a book, and our eyes get tireder because we have to go across the whole screen. Certainly this is true on laptops and desktops. Our eyes become tired if we have to read all the way across the screen. So make your columns short. It's diminished somewhat on mobile, but please make your paragraphs short on mobile in any case, so that people aren't presented with huge blocks of text. So we have to think about the quality of how we present our books on our blog posts on a blog, as well as the content itself. And there's a wide variety of content which fiction authors can add, and non-fiction, and they really are a great way to extend your book out into other areas. They can be used, for instance, for updates and to provide help for your readers. If you're writing in non-fiction on a particular area and you want to give nuggets from your book and provide help related to your book, you can do all of that through a blog, because the typical process on a blog is that people are allowed comment which you can reply to. So they provide few of your blogs, added reach. You can search online for blog tours. If you're interested in joining a blog tour, you can pay, or you can join groups. Ali have a great group, and you can join groups and ask for information on blog tours. And Books Go Social also have blog tours. So you can do all of that and connect with other authors with your blog. So if your blog has become neglected, if you thought that there weren't enough visitors coming to it and that's why you haven't done any more blog posts, this is the way to get it started again, by collaborating with other authors, and specifically by offering other authors a spot, a guest post on your blog. So, welcome back to our question. This is our challenge to you, the collaboration challenge. Will you help? Have you changed your mind about the benefits of collaboration? Have you added to your collaboration tools? Have you decided to do something else in terms of collaboration? And how often will you collaborate? How often will you collaborate? Once a week? Once a month? Or perhaps even daily? And you can find people to collaborate with, authors to collaborate with, through Twitter lists and all the other methods that I've suggested. But it really is up to you how much help you want to give others. The cornerstone of what Books Go Social is about, and what many other authors are doing, is about helping others. And I suggest that this is a way that you can feel good about what you're doing, that it's not just about self-promotion all the time, that you're actually intent on helping other people. And the key thing on this is that what goes around comes around eventually. If you believe in the power of karma, whether you believe in that or not, and whether you believe in that if you do good it will come back to you, collaboration will help other authors in any case. You will be helping those even if you don't get rewarded. You will help those. And what is it they say? Better to give than to receive. So there's lots of reasons to believe that your collaboration will help you as well as helping other authors. So our challenge again to you is, will you collaborate? How often will you collaborate? Please don't get lost in obscurity. Connect with other authors and collaborate, and help us to reach all our authors that you connect with, to reach what they can reach, the level that they can reach, the readership that they can reach. And on behalf of all those authors who you will collaborate with, I'm sending you a big thanks and support from Books Go Social in your journey of collaboration. Hi, I'm up here. So does collaboration change anything? There's all this very nice talk and all these services that are going to help you do collaboration, but is it changing anything? Well, our culture is changing. Social media is not going away. I know there's going to be increased legislation, and it may not be as easy for certain firms to influence our politics. So it's not going away, but we need it to do what we want. We need to make sure that we're not being taken for granted, that we're not being turned into fools. And I suggest that this is a manifesto, again, that is about taking back control and using these tools to subvert the model, the pay-per-play model that some of these services want us to get involved with, constantly boosting our posts and advertising. So by helping other people, we are genuinely helping to subvert that model of just paying to play. Sharing is required. It has been required in social media since it started. And it's always been about what we share, and in particular what percentage we share. And there's been various models put forward that we should only self-promote 1 out of every 5 or 1 out of every 10 posts. And this gives us content which will fill up the rest of the post, what we should also be doing. And I understand we'll still may do a little bit of self-promotion, but this gives us something to fill up. By collaborating, it gives us something ethical, something we can feel good about, and we can fit in with this sharing model and feel good about it without feeling distasteful that we're constantly promoting. The idea of the ivory tower author is going away. For a considerable period in the last century, an author set themselves up in an ivory tower, often of their own making, and often it was due to the slow communications of the period, where you'd wait 6 months or 3 months for a letter from your publisher, and occasionally you might get reader letters, and certainly there was no constant communication or the opportunity that provided. I know some people see constant communication as a threat, but it is also an opportunity. And remember, we can decide what to share. I don't advocate sharing anything personal, pictures of your home or pictures of your family, anything like that, giving away your home address, anything like that. We've got to consider our security at all times, but I do recommend sharing other people's work and occasionally sharing some interesting and relevant posts or tweets of something we've created. So the ivory tower author is going away, and I know there are some authors who still want to remain in the ivory tower, and if you want to remain there, so be it. But a lot of authors are using these services to collaborate, to feel good about what they're doing on social media, and to increase their readership. Collaborative digital marketing, which is the title for all of this, gives a focus and lets you feel good about what you're doing. And as the old saying goes again, what goes around comes around. And I hope to see you getting real benefits from this collaborative digital marketing opportunity, which is opened up to us authors in the past few years. So you can see the ways to contact me there. I'm not going to go on about the free services that we provide. What I do want to say is that there are lots of other ways to collaborate with authors, lots of ways that don't involve working in any way with what we're doing at Books Go Social. And what I usually say at the end of a presentation is that I'd like to provide something uplifting for you, something to think about before you go away. And thank you very much for watching this. And if you have any comments, please put them below in the appropriate place, and I will be looking at the comments and responding to those. I hope you've enjoyed this session. I really appreciate you being here, really appreciate you working with other authors and helping those authors and turning this into a movement, into a collaborative digital marketing movement. So my final thought for you is hopefully that uplifting moment. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Maybe someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. With apologies to Lennon and McCartney. Thank you again for watching.